Today's story is about a man who is devastated by the coldness of his wife after her affair. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This story is titled, Devastated. Update after comments. On January 2nd, I found out my wife has been having an affair for the past 8 months. I was utterly devastated, and still am. We have been together for the past 7 years, and married for the past 3. My entire life was upended in a matter of seconds, my sense of safety and security in life, losing my best friend and any confidence I had in myself. Being on the receiving end of an affair changes your body's physiology. I am in a constant state of hyperarousal that is numbed out only slightly by utter exhaustion that follows. One of the most hurtful things is her lack of remorse and callousness. I am only being able to hypothesize as to why she is having that reaction, but I suspect that it is a character flaw and she is incapable of empathy towards others. Learning that your partner started playing by a different set of rules, but you are still playing by the ones that you agreed to on your wedding day is the worst kind of betrayal and hurt someone can experience. At this point, I am continually reminding my body and mind that I am safe and I don't need to rehearse my anger because I am no longer being deceived. But it's going to be a while until I feel safe again and I trust my instinct as much as I did before the affair. Comment 1. Brother, first of all, I'm sorry about what happened. An excellent way of not thinking so much about what happened is to start playing sports. That helps enormously both psychologically and spiritually and physically. You will begin to see things from another perspective. The good thing that you know about the subject, and you don't blame yourself for her betrayal, that means that there is less work to do. The other thing, you have already asked for a divorce, another important point. Since it shows that you are a man, first with dignity, with principles and moral values deeply rooted in you. Now, the only thing left is to stop thinking about her and what happened. From my point of view, as I said before, the best thing for that is to do a lot of sport. You can sleep well and that will help you think less about the issue. You will start to see things more clearly. It is all in you. It shows that you are a good guy. You can reactivate your life easily. Good luck, brother. Comment 2. I know you are devastated, and I'm sorry. You are demonstrating a rare emotional intelligence and maturity for a member of the walking wounded, no surprise given your profession. I won't belabor you with what you need to do because clearly you know what you need to do. One question though, and it's for me more than anything. You were together 7 years, married for 3. 8 months of those 3 years were spent in an affair, so, really 2.5 years of marriage. How does someone allegedly in the early, romantic phase of a marriage hide an affair? Did she compartmentalize her emotions so successfully, or is she sociopathic? Given you are a therapist, did you see red flags and dismiss them? No insult meant by the label of sociopath meant, by the way. I've encountered more than one high-functioning sociopath that seemed perfectly normal. Comment 3. I am in a constant state of hyperarousal that is numbed out only slightly by utter exhaustion that follows. I don't need to rehearse my anger. Possibly PTSD. It's okay to talk to a counselor, therapist. One of the most hurtful things is her lack of remorse and callousness. The affair fog. Yep. Stay strong, brother. There's always the distinct possibility that once this affair has run its course, she'll try and slither back into your life. Comment 4. She has no remorse, but you make no mention of possibly leaving the marriage. Trust me on this, she will not magically wake up one morning and start feeling your pain. She doesn't respect you, and it sounds like you haven't taken any hardball positions to wake her up. The affair is almost for sure still going on. Start by kicking her ass out of your home. The lack of remorse is indicative of being a narcissist. Very sorry you're here, but you need to start thinking of a life without this cheating person who could care less about you. Good luck. Comment 5. It's going to be okay, man. I know the feeling of being cheated on. I know everyone's experience is different, but it hurts just the same. I want you to know that you are a valuable person. The fact that you stayed faithful and honest throughout the marriage says something about your character as a man. There are too many people these days that can abide by the wedding vows they took under God. Do not take her back. She might be sorry for the fact that she got caught, but that's about it. The fact that she's being callous and mean says a lot about her character and how she feels about you. The person you were in love with is gone. You must accept this and move on. She seems like a nasty person based on her behavior. You need to contact divorce attorney immediately. Make sure to record all conversations with her. If you have evidence, keep records of it physically and electronically. Change all your passwords to your bank and other accounts. Once again, I'm so sorry you're going through this. It's going to be okay, brother. When you're ready and healed, you will meet a wonderful woman. Even if you don't want to get with somebody after you heal, that's okay. Take time for yourself, realize that you're important and valuable. Work out and go on walks. Take up all the hobbies and start new ones. Hang out with the guys and have some beers. Please do yourself a favor and do not drink when you were sad. I have a lot of experience with this. It brought me down a dark road. Luckily, my wife was so wonderful and supporting and helped bring me out of that darkness. It's going to be okay. God be with you, my friend. Update, Devastated Part 2. A few days ago, I posted in the sub after I found out in the beginning of 2021 that my wife has been having an affair for 8 months. We have been together for 7 years. Since then, I experienced another significant loss. My dad died. My mom and dad divorced when I was very young. He was in and out of my life a few times, but was never consistent. He had a number of relationships in his life, but he was never able to form deep and meaningful connections on a long-term basis with others. In short, he treated people as disposable when things begin to get tough. He left my mom when I was born. As I reflected on my dad's life and death, I began to see striking similarities between my wife and my dad. A few years ago, I fell off the roof and shattered my ankle. My wife had to take care of me for a few months while I was incapacitated. It was during that time that I believe our relationship began to change. Narcissists enjoy the appearance of perfection, superiority, and had great difficulty forming deep and meaningful relationships. They are incredibly skilled at being able to influence and deceive people, and are able to form surface-level relationships very well. I believe I recognized similar qualities in my wife on some level, and that is what drew me to her in the first place. It was an opportunity to correct a fractured relationship I always wanted but would never have. Recognizing this gave me some clarity. After I found out about the affair, I was so angry and hateful towards my wife for what she did. Beginning to see and understand the similarities of how each of them formed attachments helped me to realize how angry I still was at my dad. And how some of the anger I was experiencing towards my wife was being displaced. Don't get me wrong, I am still angry towards my wife about the decision she made to treat our relationship as disposable. But some of that anger was not about her. Recognizing this also helped me begin to separate the complex feelings I have towards my wife. I felt guilty that I still loved her after she hurt me so deeply. In moments when I would think about how much I missed her, I realized I was thinking about times earlier in our relationship when we connected in ways that were deep and meaningful. Reflecting on the healthy ways my wife and I connected earlier in our relationship helped me to realize that person I married has been gone for some time. Part of me will always love my wife, and it is that part that holds the memories of how well we connected. Separating that part from the affair has helped me heal and begin to restore confidence, knowing that I do have the ability to form deep and meaningful relationships. It will still be a very long time before I am able to trust in an intimate relationship again. However, when I find myself on that path again, I believe I will have better insight to enter into a healthy relationship, and find someone who will treat me the way I should be treated. Comment 1. I am in awe of your ability to identity and find the roots of such complex feelings within yourself. I can't imagine the pain and devastation your wife's infidelity and your father's death have caused you. But I can tell from your post that the emotional intelligence you have is truly remarkable. The kind of introspection you show here is not an easy thing to do, and I just want to commend you for putting in that work, and for sharing your thoughts and experiences with us. Comment 2. I think you would see a much different reaction from your wife if you told the wife of her affair partner about the affair. Right now, the affair probably continues. Your wife still gets affirmation and attention from her affair partner. If his wife knew about the affair, it's highly likely that his wife would stop him from having access to your wife. Your wife would then feel the void of attention and affirmation. She would then begin to see the consequences. She might then begin to show signs of remorse because she would begin to have a drop in serotonin because she wasn't getting her attention and affirmation. I think then she would see her actions as wrong. I don't know your reasons for not telling the wife of her affair partner, but I think you should tell the wife. Comment 3. I really had no interest in why my soon-to-be ex-wife cheated. The only thing that interested me was what she wanted to do about it, and as now that I exposed the affair. Both her words and actions were unsatisfactory, so we proceeded to divorce. Our past is irrelevant. Today, she's just a person to me. Big windshield, small rear view mirror. Comment 4. This is extremely similar to my wife. She turned out to be really narcissistic, and yet I still look back fondly on the earlier times. My wife is extroverted and makes new friends really easily, but they are never that deep. Also, our relationship, 11 years, went from me feeling so lucky and like I had been dealt a great card in life to me a lot of the time wondering how someone could treat me so badly when they were meant to love me. She also had absolutely no qualms at all with blatantly lying to people, particularly about me, and then making that become a reality of what our life was really like. People would come and have me up about things I had supposedly been doing, like not helping with our kids, which would blindside me, and I wouldn't know what they were talking about. She'd even tell blatant lies about me to people while I was standing there, and once the lie was out of her mouth, it would just make me look guilty if I started protesting about it. The guy she tore and burnt out marriage down for, he was a similar narcissist, and a total D-bag older guy in his 50s who abandoned his wife and teenage kids after one night with my wife. That lasted all of 2 months with my wife. She has now moved on to another older guy, who I don't know that much about, but she has already been criticizing him to me when I asked her how it was going, even though they are only a few months into their relationship. I can't believe that at all, apart from the fact I'd never, ever criticize my partner to someone else, no matter what the state of things were. She is meant to be in the all loved up limerence part of their relationship. It's definitely scarred me, and I am 18 months out, and I still have zero interest in having a new relationship or even dating. It has completely destroyed my interest in that stuff. Does this point of view, feeling change? Comment 5. First of all, I regret the death of your father. They still did not have many lazos, the same was your father. How do you find out about infidelity, and when do you decide to divorce? The good thing is that despite the pain that these types of events cause in people, you are a strong person mentally and emotionally. I hope everything is improving, and remember, play sports. Thank you so very much for listening. Please check out my other videos and like and subscribe.